Here's another EG Media Group production.
Create, connect, convert.
This is the Small Business Monthly Expo podcast.
The best source for business owners, from entrepreneurs to corporations.
We're here to help your business grow throughout the Midwest and the nation.
Now, here's your host, Jim Wright.
I am Jim Wright. I am so impressed with this expo hall here in St. Charles today. This is the Small Business Monthly Expo podcast. People sit and tell you all about what their products and services are. We have people coming in and giving lectures and helping everyone find out what's best for their business when we get back.
When the podcast returns, Jim will be speaking with Mike Galbally of Cyberbacker right after this.
And now a word from our sponsors. You've made the monumental decision to sell your business. Maybe the sale is your retirement nest egg, or perhaps you're not ready to sell, but you need to raise more capital so you can scale. You now have the task of placing a non-emotional market value on the business you've built, the business to which you've likely devoted a good part of your life. How do you navigate which accepted valuation methodologies or combination of formulas to use? Your CPA may suggest one conventional approach, your banker, another. The truth is, there's nothing conventional about the valuation process. Every business and situation is unique. You deserve an experienced partner who has your best interest in mind, a trusted resource to not only work with you to determine a valuation, but prepare you for the valuation process and all that it entails. That partner is Innovative Business Advisors. Learn more at innovativeba.com. We'd love to have a conversation with you about your business. That's innovativeba.com.
Hi, I'm Julia with Small Business Monthly St. Louis. We'd like to invite you to join us for the St. Louis Business Expo and Business Growth Conference at the St. Charles Convention Center. Not only is this the largest business-to-business expo in the Midwest, but business owners and key employees can gain months' worth of valuable contacts and clients in just a few hours. And the best part is, it's all free. To register, visit stlexpo.com or call us at 314-569-0076. Thanks, and I'll see you at the St. Louis Business Expo and Business Growth Conference.
Join us at the St. Charles Convention Center for the next Small Business Monthly Expo, May 10th, 2023.
This is Jim Wright. We sure thank you for listening to this podcast. Today I have a special guest, and it is Mike Galbally.
Yes, sir.
I'll get it right here in a minute, Mike.
It's okay.
He's with Cyberbacker.
Cyberbacker. So we do virtual assistant services for small to medium-sized businesses.
What is that?
So basically, if you need to hire somebody and they don't need to sit in your office, they don't need to move stuff around, they could anything that can be done not at your office virtually, we can do it.
That entails like interviewing that new person that comes into the office that wants a job. You could do that cyberly, or
so any business that needs to hire somebody. So perfect example is I'm a realtor, and that's my background, and so that's how I make most of my income. We were using virtual assistants through Cyberbacker in our real estate business.
See. Yeah.
So going back about 4 years ago, I had 6 full-time employees, and that was quite an expensive amount of money that was going out every month to those full-time employees. Now, some of them were producing, they were sales, they were making outbound calls and converting inbound leads, but it's still expensive, once you start adding in benefits and payroll taxes and so on. So then, fast forward to now, I have 5 virtual assistants, and I have 1 in-house person that one of her main roles is that she manages the virtual assistants.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And so her job is to distribute the workload and to take what they have produced and bring it into your office?
Correct. So, I mean, basically, we have some of our virtuals make outbound prospecting calls. Some of them convert internet leads. Portia is my wife's personal assistant, so Portia will do anything that's just on your takeaway list. Basically, you make a to-do list, you look at it, and if there's something on there that needs 100% you, do that. But everything else, give to your virtual assistant, so you don't have to do it.
And then are they employees of your company, or are they, is it 1099?
Yeah, so you hire, they're out of the Philippines, and so you hire them through Cyberbacker.
Okay.
And Cyberbacker trains them, holds them accountable, basically fixes them to your system, and then from there, you just pay Cyberbacker. So there's no payroll taxes, no benefit costs. I've cut my administrative and sales budget in half.
So you can do that for almost any industry?
Any industry. We were great with realtors. That was our background. But another great avenue is contractors. Contractors, chucking a truck, basically the guy that's doing all the work.
Yeah.
He has to go out there and he has to do the work. Then he has to bill the work. Then he has to answer his phone. He has to respond to inquiries for new work. And then he has to chase them down to get paid.
Oh,
right?
wow, yeah.
And so those are all things that we could take off their plate. And so he just goes out and does the work, right? Because that's what brings the money in.
Sure.
And then he doesn't need to be taken away to do those other tasks. He can focus on going out and doing more work to bring more money in.
So construction or contractors and realtors are good clients for you. Who else is a good client?
Attorneys, because check it out, attorney can do X billable hours, but they can pay a virtual to do a large portion of those repetitive tasks.
Sure.
And still bill at their same billable hour rate.
How'd you figure this out?
So I didn't create the company.
Yeah.
It was created by a gentleman that I've worked with for many years, Craig Goodlife. He is the CEO of Cyberbacker, and he helped us transform our business. And so we want to transform other people's businesses as well. Pass it forward, pay it forward.
Sure. Okay, Mike, I'm kind of an old guy. I'm used to doing things one way. How would you convince me that your service may save me money and make my business better?
Sure, 100%. I mean, there is a little bit of a learning curve because you have to be organized, right? And that would benefit any business, right? I think the person that pushes back on this kind of thing, they're not organized themselves, right? So you're expecting an employee that you could just run in and just mind dump on them whenever you feel fit. And the problem is you're probably going to have high turnover that way anyway.
Sure.
So ultimately, we help business owners get over that hump by training them as well.
Sure.
On a new way of doing things. And so, I mean, basically that comes down to, planning ahead. So we talk about, Monday morning's a big day, right? So you should do some of your planning, prepping for the week, maybe on Sunday evening, and then get that list going, and then you just hit the ground running on Monday.
This is so intriguing to me. How do I find you and hire you to do this for me?
Sure. So you can visit us and find out any of our services on www.cyberbacker.com, or you can reach out to our main office. The line is 314-673-2206.
Now, will you answer, or will it be somebody that's working for you?
Renan would answer the phone.
Great. Mike, so nice to meet you. Thank you so
Pleasure.
much, and I wish Cyberbacker the best.
Thank you.
You bet.
Appreciate you having me.
Coming up, we're going to have a quick conversation with Ron Amelin, the president of the St. Louis Small Business Monthly, when we get back.
As a CEO, spreadsheets come with the territory, but I can't escape asking myself these questions. In what areas should I devote more focus and develop more understanding so I can properly interpret my company's real financial health? How do I take that data and use it to create and implement a plan to increase profits and discover the company's true financial potential?
Enter CEO to CEO. We believe these are the types of questions a good CEO or business owner should be asking. We've helped hundreds of CEOs and leaders understand the true cash flow, bankability, and actionable real-time management opportunities in their respective companies. We have a knack for making the complicated easy, and to many, fun to understand. We have virtual sessions online, and we also offer one-to-one CEO coaching. CEO to CEO exists to help businesses and business leaders realize their full potential. Reach out today at ceo2ceo.coach. CEO, the number 2, CEO.coach. That's ceo2ceo.coach.
You want to be an exhibitor at our next Business Expo and Business Growth Conference.
Not only is this the largest business-to-business expo in the Midwest, business owners and key employees can gain months' worth of clients and contacts in just a few hours.
With over 20 seminars and keynote speakers.
This is a can't-miss event for hundreds of business owners.
Types of industries that exhibit.
Health insurance.
Design services.
Credit bureaus.
Credit cards.
Employee incentives.
Business coaches.
Just to name a few.
If you'd like more information on how you can be an exhibitor at the next Business Expo and Business Growth Conference,
go to stlouisbusinessexpo.com.
One day.
A lifetime of change.
I have with me right now with Small Business Monthly is Ron Amelin, this expo that you have. Tell tell me what the importance of having a booth at this expo is.
It's really about exposure. You have to expose yourself to people who are interested in your products and services, and that's the folks that will be here at the expo. So one, it's that exposure. And then we have sponsorship packages, and here some of the best reasons to join in and with some of our sponsorship packages is even more exposure. We put your logo on all the materials, the event tickets, the PowerPoints, you get an opportunity to speak. We also match that with some advertising in the Small Business Monthly. So again, we're increasing that exposure, increasing the views and the information that you're going to get out to folks who are interested in your products and services. So it's all about that exposure. I think the sponsorship packages we have do a great job of really exposing our vendors and our sponsors to these great companies that come through looking for businesses just like them. We had a vendor who got $1 million contract at this show. So, I mean, they're there, they're out there. Yeah. It's just we need to expose these vendors to those folks.
Ron, what is the best way to be a sponsor of this program?
We have a couple of different sponsorships. You'll find them at stlexpo.com. There are other opportunities, like you could be the sponsor of the networking area, you can be the bag sponsor. There are so many ways for you to gain that exposure from folks, and the sponsorships really offer you even more of an increased visibility to a lot of the people coming through the show.
We could check out your website at
stlexpo.com.
I don't know how you have the energy, but you do these twice a year. When's the next one?
May 2023, right here at the St. Charles Convention Center, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. We're going to have a big stage of speakers, and every 20 minutes we're going to have a different speaker that's going to talk about a variety of business acumens and business ideas and strategies and tips to help our small businesses. And we're going to have all the exhibitors here, and it's going to be a great event.
Well, Ron, you and your staff are sure great examples of helping small business. I want to thank you for what you do for not just the business community, but the whole area. And thank you so much for having us here today and for being here yourself.
Well, thank you very much.
All right.
Appreciate it.
You bet. Thank you for listening to the podcast today. And you can follow us more on sbmon.com. Remember, the Small Business Monthly is the source for business owners.
Here's another EG Media Group production.
Create, connect, convert.